13 Love Cousins here for another episode of Pranayama. I'm very excited to be with you all, sharing this very special practice that can help us to breathe, let go, but also find balance in a very unstable world. What I'm going to show you all is Anuloma Viloma, and this is a practice that is called alternating nostril breathing. There's many ways to do this. I'm going to encourage you all to go back and watch my video. It's the free introduction to Kapalabhati. And in that video, we learned how to cleanse our lungs just to get ready for a practice of pranayama. That cleansing is very fundamental, and it's something that I do encourage you to do before you do alternating nostril breathing. So the reason I say that is because you want to have all that stale air and energy just out of the way. That way when you move on to Anuloma Viloma, that way you can actually just have like a clean slate, and when you're doing your alternating nostril breathing, you're not carrying anything left over from the day before with you. It's a great way to practice. So I encourage you to go back and watch that video if you haven't. And if you have watched that video, then stay with me for this one. I'm going to demonstrate the practice. I'm only going to do maybe 2 rounds. That way you get a chance to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to go into detail, break it down, then we'll do 5 rounds together. And that'll give you a chance to practice with somebody, and if you need to come back, watch the video again, or you can just skip to the practice session. I'll be there right with you along the way. So without further ado, Anuloma Viloma, I'm going to sit up nice and tall, just as I was before. This one you normally would do sitting, but if you need to do it a different way, that's fine. In the left hand, this is my left hand, I'm making the Om symbol basically, or the chin mudra. And I'm going to just lay that palm facing up on my left knee. Right hand is going to do Vishnu mudra. And so I'll just go ahead and demonstrate, then I'll describe what I'm doing. All right, so in this practice, we have chin mudra in the left hand. Right hand, we're doing Vishnu mudra. You basically make the Vulcan salute, and you're going to take these pointer fingers and you place them, you push them down right there onto the beginning of your thumb. You're going to use the thumb for your right nostril, and then the pinky and ring finger for your left nostril. Alternate back and forth. If it's too hard, you just place these 2 fingers on the third eye, the brow chakra, and then you alternate back and forth. So when you're inhaling, your first inhale will be through your left nostril. You're going to plug the right nostril, inhale through the left. I count to 5, just as the basic starting, and then when you finish to the count of 5, you're going to pinch both nostrils, hold for 5, exhale out the right nostril for 5, then you inhale through the right nostril for 5, you're going to pinch, hold for 5, then release the left nostril and exit out for the count of 5. and that'll be the first round. So what I did was 2, and what we're going to try is 5 rounds. But before we go ahead and start to practice together, I'll just mention that there's a reason why we're doing this alternating nostril breathing. Because in yoga, especially hatha yoga, everything's about creating balance and harmony. We have a left brain, we have a right brain. We have a left hand, we have a right hand, left side of the body, right side of the body. And what happens is, just through our lives, one side will become dominant over the other one, especially in our hands, our dexterity, but especially in our brains too. And the left brain is in charge of the more analytical, mathematical, scientific reasoning side of the brain. The right brain is kind of, we generally say, the more creative side of the brain, more artistic. And what this is going to do is this alternating nostril breathing is going to help balance those things. We have the Ingala and the Pingala nadis that run up and down the spine. And what we're trying to do is interweave those energies. There's a masculine and a feminine energy that go up along our spine. And we're trying to interweave those along our corpus callosum so that we're creating balance and we have the best of both worlds. You will notice that if you just breathe right now, one of your nostrils is more open than the other. For me, it's my right nostril, and that's because my left brain is more active because I'm trying to explain something in a logical order to you. Or I just happen to be in a logical state of mind when I came here to explain this to you. But maybe your left brain is not active, but your right brain is active, and that means your left nostril is more open. Maybe you're trying to be receptive to something new right now, and so you're just kind of in a receptive state of mind, more passive or feminine state, and that's your right brain. So throughout the day, you can just test, and you'll see which side, and every 3 hours it tends to shift. You'll notice maybe when you rise up, one side of the brain is more active, and then sometime when you get to your ordinary calling, you're at work, the other side of the brain is now taking over. And a way to actually switch that is to lay on, say you want to open up your left nostril, you're going to lay down on your right side and breathe for a while. Or if you want to shift it the other way, you want to open up your right nostril, lay on your left side and breathe for a while. And that can help shift it. It's not always a for sure thing, but what it does bring to mind is that each side of the brain will either be in charge at one time or another. And we have the power to use that to our advantage. So maybe when you're in one state of mind, you might decide, okay, I'm going to do something creative when my right brain is active. But as soon as that starts to switch, you can, decide to do something more like studying or, working or talking with people. So, without further ado, let's practice together. We're going to do 5 rounds of Anuloma Viloma, and this will be something that you can add right after Kapalabhati, and it'll give you better balance in not only your body, your physical body, but also in your mental and spiritual self too. So we're going to sit up nice and tall. The left hand's in Chin Mudra, right hand in Vishnu Mudra. Maybe I'll demonstrate it like this, and that way you can see what that might look like too. So we're going to place the right thumb on our right nostril. So let's begin with 2 cleansing breaths. We're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Plug your right nostril. Inhale through the left. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, and hold. Exhale. Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, and inhale. 2, 3, 4, and hold. Exhale. 1, 2, Om 3, Om 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. Look up towards your third eye, and exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. Exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. Look up towards your third eye. And exhale, on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. And exhale, on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 1, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. And exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. And exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. Look up. And exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, inhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5, and hold. And exhale, on 2, on 3, on 4, on 5. Close your eyes and breathe in. And exhale. Inhale. Look up towards your third eye. And exhale. Slowly blink open your eyes. You should feel surprised right now. It feels really great to be alive. Enjoy this moment and enjoy this practice. Do it every day if you can. And I will see you all in the next video. 13 love. Praises be to Elohim. Thank y'all for the practice of yoga. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of our lives go toward that happiness and freedom for all. Loka samasta sokino bhavanto. 13 love. Shanti.